So I want to talk to you guys about F1 sponsorship, and the price is absolutely wild. So I'm going to go through the top 5 biggest sponsorship contracts. Okay. So we've got Aramco with Aston Martin. How much do you reckon that is a year?
About 59 mil.
£75 million a year.
A year.
A year. Okay. Then we've got Petronas at Mercedes. They are 70 to 80 million pound. MasterCard at McLaren are now 100 million pound. And then you've got Ferrari, HP, 100 million. And the biggest one is Oracle sponsorship for 110 million pound a year at Red Bull, which is worth 500 million pound total deal. To have a name on a car.
Only 22 times as well.
It's more than a name on a car, though, and you've got to remember the size of these companies. If you are in the advertising world, these numbers will not surprise you.
But are they getting that money back? I mean,
Yes.
that's like what, I just worked out to be 3.6 million, 80 million a year, 3.6 million pounds a race just to be written on the side of the car. Like, are they making that back?
I haven't bought a HP printer yet, so
they're losing money.
So they're losing money straight away.
It's not necessarily about it, and you've got to think about the size of these companies. So if you are talking about one of the big payment processors, of which there are 2, both of them have sponsorships in Formula One, they are $1 trillion companies.
Really?
Yes.
So we're not looking too soon at having a chicane-sponsored car, is what we're saying.
I don't think so, unfortunately. But if they wanted to sponsor us...
Yeah, I would do a deal as well, like 60 mil.
60 mil?
Yeah, I'd do a deal. 60 mil, that's fine.
Well, you could either sponsor a car, you might get in at Miami, one of the two, whatever you decide.
Yeah, I just think from like an advertising perspective, these guys have huge budgets and they are worth it. I actually find it's been quite interesting because you can see over the last few years that the payment processes are beginning to go into Formula One. So you've now got Revolut, Visa and MasterCard all in there. And I think then you've got other ones for like Bitcoin and bank transfers and things like that. And they didn't used to play there, but they've been really big in the like sports and entertainment side of things. And I'll tell you why they're doing it as well. It's because they're trying to align their brands with an event. And also now that we do have this younger crowd in Formula One, it's trying to get in with that younger Gen Z crowd.
Wow. It's very different because obviously 70s, 80s, 90s, it was all cigarette sponsorship. Yeah. And I also think there's something about like a really iconic sponsor. Like it, and, you know, it's kind of moved around. Obviously, the crypto stuff's come up and then it's kind of moved on to like, you know, the payments. But, you know, what do you think like the most iconic sponsor? What's one you remember? Like you go, that's quite big.
Marlboro.
Yeah.
Camel.
Camel. Showing your age there, you are.
Yeah, the cigarette sponsors looked good. Like, I can't lie.
Cool. The one's always interesting now is all of a sudden it's like 0% beers come back, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, that's only because they aren't allowed to do like full alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I just found that really interesting. All of a sudden, like Peroni and Estrella and all these, and it's just like 0%. Or Heineken's 0%.
Yeah, like 0, really tiny. I'll tell you what I'm waiting for. You can see that there's a lot of like beauty brands that have moved into sponsoring F1 Academy, but there is such a female market now for Formula One, and all of the sponsorships they're really like tech and like male CEO exec aligned, and I just think they're missing out on like a whole new like youth audience.
Yeah. So who would you like to see? Here's the question. Who would you like to see sponsor a Formula One car?
Ooh. Charlotte Tilbury's doing some really fun stuff in F1 Academy, so maybe if she brought it over to Formula One, that'd be cool. But I do prefer that she's like really, you know, boosting F1 Academy. She's been a really vocal supporter for the girls. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
There has you talk about like the element it's always been aimed at kind of men. Mm-hmm. So there's a really strange one. I don't know if you remember in 2012, Sauber was struggling for a bit of money and they got Chelsea Football Club to sit on the front of their car, which was a really, really strange one. I don't think a lot of money crossed hands, but they kind of did a swap. So you'd see like around the Chelsea stadium, there'd be like Sauber F1 team.
I reckon that's a like past the grand, isn't it?
Yeah, there's something going
like
on.
a dodgy backroom deal.
Yeah, Abramovich was involved. There was something going around there. But there's been some really cool ones as well. I mean, there's some that has failed. The one that I always think about is in the height of cigarette branding, there were 2 cigarette brands, which was Lucky Strike and 555, which wanted to sponsor a team, BAR, and they couldn't. They asked the F1, and they were like, can we have one on each? They said they've got to look the same. So they put a zip down the middle.
Fun.
And then they put 2 cigarette brands on each side, which is mental, which is a bit the same as, if you've seen Cadillac have got their cars like white and black. It was very like that.
I'll tell you, like, sorry, slightly off topic, but there was a new sponsor on the Haas car which says GR, and every time I see it, it looks really like George Russell's logo. So I'm like, it's George Russell sponsoring Haas. Yeah,
that would have been weird. Yeah, that's Gazoo. Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting thing, and it's just so much money. And I remember back along, like the teams would have a cigarette sponsor or something like that, and they wouldn't be able to race in certain countries, and they just put the name of the driver on the side.
Yeah, well, they're kind of doing that now, I think, with Steak Kick Sauber or whatever it was. The betting company wasn't allowed, I think, in the Netherlands or something. So they had to like change the names and stuff. And also, can I just say, the numbers are crazy. Like, they are insane. I suppose I'm just coming at it from a maybe unique point of view because I used to manage ads for one of those big payment processors.
Right, okay.
I used to say I wouldn't get out of bed for less than $1 million. So
wow.
So just to put some context as to what those people are playing with in terms of the cash there, but it is crazy. It's ridiculous.
Wow. It's an interesting like part of the sport that you don't see. And the other one I always think is really clever, really innovative, is the Google Chrome.
I love them. I think that's really
on
cool.
the McLaren cars, on their wheels.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the viewers have seen it, but they decided they're just frantically trying to get as many sponsors on the cars.
Yeah.
So the Google Chrome logo they put on the wheel rims, so it went round.
I love that one. And do you know what else I love? I love the battery on the Duracell battery on the Williams car. I think that's so good. I think that's my favourite one actually. It's
How
iconic.
Cool is that?
Yeah.
They had a one of the cars had a roulette wheel on the tyres in Vegas as well.
That's fun.
Which was cool. So it was just red and black, red and black, red and black. But
well, you can see the teams that are doing better and worse by which have more or less sponsors as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You see McLaren like 10 years ago had zero sponsors.
Yeah.
Now they're just filled up.
Yeah.
You can see like Williams turned up. The race suits, it was like sponsor, all the way down.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting, but it's so important for F1 teams to get these big brand deals. But yeah, it's interesting. Mad money now. Do you think it's too much, or do you think it will just keep going up? Or
I think it will just keep going up. I think Formula One is such an expensive sport, isn't it? You've got to think about like just they're at the forefront of the technological revolution and they're transporting all of these parts all over the world. It's such a crazy sport, man. Like, it's so cool. I love it.
It's great. Well, let us know what you think about the sponsorship in Formula One. Is it too much? Do you think it's justified? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.